These people, I'm scared for them, Jesus.
It wasn't a good look. I should have said no when I had a chance. I should have stopped it when I had a chance, but it happened so fast. She just pushed me against the chair and then mounted me and then just did it.
Konji no be your mate, so Konji is nobody's mate. I hope this couple will be able to stand the test of times and just focus on the game as they've promised, because it's looking like somebody's on heat. It's not easy, guys. Like, it's not easy you being in the house with your partner and not being able to access them, like have access to them. Like, it's I can only imagine how crazy it is for them. And then we have Mayor and Ruthie. Guys, yesterday Ruthie was found weeping, like she was crying profusely in the diary room during her diary session, and she had to like unleash her burden to Big Brother during her diary session. It wasn't really funny, but it was what it was. So guys, if you're first time viewer, please kindly hit the subscribe button, give my video a thumbs up, and don't forget to share and comment. This is definitely going to help my channel grow. And if you're a returning subscriber, you are welcome. Please take your class. So back to the main issue. Like, guys, yesterday during Ruthie's diary session, she was telling Big Brother how she has been down, because Biggie asked her if she was okay. She didn't really want to talk about it, but she just definitely had to like say something, because she was overwhelmed at some point and she just had to like let the tears like flow. She had to let it flow. So she told Biggie that her partner, like her supposed safe person, was making her feel bad and putting her in some sort of situation with her other housemate, which she's not in good terms with. So we all know that on Thursday nights are usually pool parties. So whenever they are done with their pool parties, they always have games to play in the house, and this Thursday wasn't left out. So the housemates were all having games and they were going to have truth or dare. So Mayor at some point was Mayor's turn to be dead, and he said, okay, he was dead to like call out a housemate and demonstrate 5 styles, 5 position he likes during the do. So he actually called Ruthie, but Ruthie turned it down. She wasn't interested. So of course he went to Onyeka. Onyeka is everybody's person, and Onyeka is a free spirit person. So he now went to Onyeka and he now called Onyeka, brought her out, and they had the demonstration, and that was that. And then on the second round of the game again, when he was called out, this time around he didn't want to be dead. He wanted to say his truth. So he was asked that he's with Ruthie already. If it wasn't Ruthie, who would that have been? And he mentioned Nelly. Of course, we all know that Mayor was having a crush on Nelly, not hers. He was having a crush on Nelly when they first came into the house, but Nelly wasn't interested and all of that. Then even the whole house are aware that he liked Nelly. Then he did mention of the second person, which was Handi. And at this point it didn't sit well with Ruthie. She even had to like leave the game, and she went to bed. So Ruthie was sad because she felt insulted, because we all know that she has issues with the twins, based on what Ebuka said on Sunday, and they were just like cold, giving each other cold shoulders and all of that. So Ruthie was like, the same person, her major challenge was that why would Mayor even mention Handi? Because the same Handi had insulted her. There was a time they had a quarrel in the house, and Wandi called her that she was a tasteless person, that she didn't have taste, being that she's going after Mayor. That's Mayor is not a spec for her to go after, so that makes her tasteless. Hey God. Oh, so that was that. And she was all moody throughout yesterday. She didn't even like want to talk to the rest of the housemates. She was just there doing her thing anyway. Why Mayor, on the other hand, was actually very remorseful on his part, because Mayor too was very down yesterday. He didn't really interact. Like, his energy was very, very low yesterday. And it was very obvious, because most of the housemates kept coming to him to ask him, like, Mayor, what's up? What's wrong with you? Everybody was asking what was wrong with him and all of that. And at some point, he said he was tired, so he had to, like, go to the garden to have some alone time for himself. And while he was there, then Sean walked to where Mayor was seated at the garden. You know, guys now, so they just like trying to have a chat and all of that. And before you know it, Wani and Handi came to join Sean there. Of course, Sean is their person, so they came there because Sean was there. And before you know it, Toby, which is Mayor's partner, came to join them there too. So before you know it, they started playing the block game. And the block game, according to Mayor, he said the block game, that he knows the game, that he plays it outside the house. And what they normally do, the wager for the game is you drink one liquid egg. If you lose, like, if the blocks fall on you, you take liquid eggs and all of that. So because there weren't enough eggs in the house to do such a wager for the game, they chose not to, like, do anything. They didn't attach any wager to it, so they just kept playing their games. And there was a time when the block was about to fall on Mayor. Then I don't know where the truth or dare thing came out, because they didn't even agree on anything before starting the game, from what Mayor said. Then the blocks now fell. I think it fell on Handi. Well, because I didn't see where it was viewed. Maybe it was viewed, but this was from their conversation. Okay, so I didn't really watch where they were playing the game and where the dead thing happened. I didn't see that. It wasn't really viewed. Maybe it was viewed, but I didn't see it. So Handi was dead to kiss Mayor Frosh, and immediately she jumped up and now came to push Mayor Frosh and started, like, kissing him. And when Mayor Frosh was dead, or when Handi was dead, Mayor, according to Mayor, he said he was so stunned to even process the whole thing that was happening, because the game, we didn't attach any wager to the game. And where is all of this coming from? Because for him, he's trying to process it in the manner that the one I have yesterday, I'm still working, trying to see how I can resolve it. And now you people are bringing another one with the same set of people that caused the other issue. Because Ruthie didn't have any problem with him even mentioning Nelly's name, because the whole house already knew that Mayor likes Nelly. So she didn't even have any problem. And she was like, even if it was Handi, she wouldn't have had a problem. But her problem is that she had issues with Wani and Handi at the time, and they called her tasteless.
Yeah. She did. She said I dare to kiss Mayor for 10 seconds. And then the moment that statement came out, I was perplexed, Sean was perplexed, my partner was perplexed. We all just froze and looked, because I wasn't even looking at the first one in the picture.
Opinion though. Then Mayor now left the game immediately. And when he left the game, he kept wondering if you know, when you're being hypnotized and finally your eyes gets cleared, something like that, according to what he was explaining. And because Toby too was there, Sean too was there, and according to them, they said they were all surprised, because even Sean said it, that he didn't even see that coming. And from what the twins were doing, it looked like they were trying to affirm what Mayor had said, like mentioning Handi's name the previous day that they had that game. They just want to reaffirm whether he meant it when he called Handi's name, that he would have been it. And I don't know, it's beginning to look like Handi really wants to be in a ship too, because what's that? So Sean wasn't even okay with this whole scenario, and he was like, why would you just sit and dare somebody? Like, you didn't even attach any wager to this game. So why the dare? Where's the dare coming from? In fact, he wasn't even happy when he was having the conversation. And you know how defensive the DJ girls can be. They will always be very, very defensive. And it begins to look like they are very contradicting, because Sean was like, they are making it look like it wasn't planned. But on the outside, the whole thing is looking like it was planned, like maybe they sat and talked about it and stuff like that. And he even had to like walk out of them and left them there. And
Perplexed. Sean was perplexed. My partner was perplexed. We all.
Wani was really surprised, and she was like, is this the kind of person she wants to have a relationship with?
Handles conflict like this stressfully. It's just something I don't. How did we even get to this point? I don't know. I don't know how to get to this point, to be honest. It's so weird.
And stuff like that. So that was it. Then Sean went to talk to Mayo about it. At this point, Mayo was like times 10 restless than the one he was earlier. So guys, now guys will always be guys. And one thing about the guys I like is they always have each other's back. Like they always be their brother's keeper. I love the whole bro code thing. Like, so Sean had to like go to Mayo and tell him, look, this didn't sit well with me as well, and it looks like something they've sat and talked about before now. So he advised that Mayo should open up to Ruthie and tell Ruthie exactly what had just happened, because you never can tell if Ebuka is going to spill it on Sunday. And we all know if Ebuka break table this time around, they will use the table and do firewood. Was watching his guys back, and he told him that he suggested that you know what, since you're not cool with this, you still have to go and talk to Ruthie about it. And he kept saying he has messed up, because immediately it happened after the 10 seconds. In fact, the day was meant to last for 10 seconds, and he sat there, like, according to him, he was so stunned to say a word, and 10 seconds passed and went. I still can't relate to that part of the gist, but we move regardless. So he was immediately, he started saying he has messed up, that he has messed up big time, he has messed up, that he didn't know what to do. So when Sean came, they spoke about it, and Sean advised that okay, he should go and talk to Ruthie about what had just played out now, to avoid table shaking on Sunday from Ebuka. And he was still restless. He didn't.
But I messed up, Ruth, and I didn't mean to. Honestly, I didn't even mean to play any games. I just came here to be away from people so they can stop asking me if I'm good. I was hoping that maybe when you're good and I see you around again, we can continue our conversation from when we left it.
Didn't know how to go to approach Ruthie, because they still have pending issues. They are yet to resolve that one, and then this one again. So he now went to meet Ruthie's friend, which is DJ Flo, and opened up to DJ Flo and told DJ Flo exactly what had happened. And DJ Flo was like, are you for real? Like, from where to where? We are talking of this one, we are not yet done. Like the previous one that happened, the truth or dare, that happened after the Thursday night party, we are not done with it. You're bringing something else. Well, DJ Flo, being a good friend and a good listener, I think I applaud her for that. She's always a good listener to her friends and people around her. So she listened, and he spoke to his friend, to Toby, and they all came to an agreement that the best option was for him to go and meet Ruthie and tell Ruthie what has just played out, to avoid her even hearing it from someone else, because definitely it was going to hurt her the more. And confessed that he really cared about Ruthie, and he wouldn't want to disrespect her in any way at all. So somehow they were able to like go get Ruthie. They had the conversation, and there wasn't any serious closure yet, but I think from the whole scenario that played at night, they were able to convince each other that the twins were actually coming for them. Like, they just really, maybe they only wanted to get to them, to hurt them and stuff like that.
This is what we say is calculated. Now, before this is not the first time I've heard them talking about Mayo. Handi likes Mayo. Now, that wasn't happened there. There was no kiss there initially. It was raw eggs.
So that was their conclusion, and that was that for that. Now, guys, the couple are on hit. It's beginning to be so glaring that the couple are on hit. Kassia and Kelly Ray. Oh my goodness, the kiss was something else, because guys, you need to see this guy.
Yeah, I see it tomorrow.
I was literally scared. Like I was shocked. I was wow at the same time, but at the same time I was so scared for them, because I was like, what if someone barges on them? What if someone walks in? How will they do? How will they handle it? How will they explain to the housemates? And then they now stopped. For a moment they didn't even care about if someone walks in and all of that. It was after the first round of the kiss that they were like, what if someone walks in? And one of them said they are watching. So after the kiss, I think Kassia wanted more, and Kassia wanted more. She asked him to like stay, spend the night, and these people stay with her, sleep in her room, that you should spend the night in her room. But hey, Kelly Ray said he wasn't going to spend the night, but somehow he had to stay in bed with her for a while before he left, because at this
these people good. Me they no catch you now. They are even making sound.
At this point, even Kelly Ray, the thing they enter and for body, like they enter and for body. That was what actually went on last night. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and please also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.